One person is dead, another in critical condition after a crash along I-25 on-ramp to E-470. So this all happened around 5:45 this morning. Colorado State Patrol says a Ford Explorer rolled on the ramp from I-25 to E-470. A second car was involved in the crash, and a third ran over debris from this crash. All lanes reopened a couple hours later around 9:30. CSP says that this crash is still under investigation. Thank you so much for joining us at noon. I'm Brianna Fernandez here in the backyard. Right now, a lot of homeowners are still cleaning up from the damage from over the weekend. Just take a look at what some of them had to deal with. Now, we know this happened over the weekend because of the strong winds. Winds in the Denver metro area got up to 60 to 70 miles per hour. Out near the foothills, some areas saw 90 to 100 miles per hour winds. Those winds sent branches flying and brought trees to the ground. One homeowner in Lakewood had a large pine tree come down in his front yard. And that tree took out an old broken water well, but he says timing saved him from additional damages. Take a listen.
Just a couple days ago, we've had a few cars parked in the driveway, just literally right underneath that tree. 2 days ago, Toyota 4Runner, so probably would have damaged that pretty good.
Now that homeowner says he caught a break, but not everyone got so lucky. Now we're taking a live look from several parts of our area. Right now, taking a live look from the high country to Denver, and it's much calmer day today than we had over the weekend. And a live look right now from the eclipse from NASA as well. We're getting very close to that total solar eclipse. And I'm outside right now in the 9 News backyard where, of course, it is a beautiful day and I have my glasses ready. And we're going to take a live look right now. Actually, we're going to send things over to Chris Bianchi because he is at a perfect spot right now. He is in Arkansas. What can you tell us? What should I prepare for over here in Denver? And of course, people out there, for folks that are excited to see it.
Yeah, hey Brianna. Yes, I'm here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Right behind me is Lake Norfork, and we are in the partial solar eclipse, as are you in eastern Colorado. Before I kind of get into the eclipse, I do want to acknowledge, of course, we know that it was a very rough ride over the weekend with that windstorm. I know there's still tens of thousands of you without power in the metro area. We have certainly not forgotten about you and what has happened. But obviously here today, we're seeing a bit of a scientific wonder, no doubt about it. And as I look up at the sun right above me, I can see the partial solar eclipse, no doubt about it. And just as a reminder, before we kind of get into some of those graphics here, use those glasses. Do not look directly at the sun. You gotta use those glasses. Sunglasses will not work. But we are seeing that partial solar eclipse. And as we head through the show, things behind me are gonna get significantly darker as well. You will notice things go down. By the way, also our temperature before the partial solar eclipse was about 78 degrees. We're gonna watch that temperature kind of slowly go down despite the fact that we're in the middle of the day. So a stunning marvel of Mother Nature. But let's show you some of those graphics and show you here in Denver that partial solar eclipse time. We are again in the middle of it right now. Remember, if you go outside and look, use those glasses. This will peak, we'll get about a 65% solar eclipse, so partial solar eclipse for us in Denver. Where I'm standing, I'm going to get the totality, but in Denver, it's about a 65%. Baca County will see the most with about a 76% totality partial eclipse for us in southeast Colorado. Remember, just do not look directly at the sun. Use those sunglasses, and a quick look, of course, at your forecast as well. Those headlines, the eclipse will peak approximately at 12:40 p.m. Some mountain snow showers, but it's an overall dry week and most importantly, lighter winds. Let's go back to the temperatures here for a quick second. Right now we're in the low 50s for us here in Denver under mainly sunny skies, some 60s for us on the eastern plains, and we'll get up to near 60 degrees. Fun fact, our temperature will be slightly altered by the partial solar eclipse, as of course, there's gonna be some blockage of some of that solar radiation, and that means that we're gonna be talking about a little bit in the way of a lowering of those temperatures as a result of that. I'm gonna take a look at that full forecast coming up here in just a couple minutes.
Chris, thank you so much. Right now, there are around 47,000 Xcel customers without power. Xcel shut off power to about 55,000 people on purpose around 3 p.m. Saturday afternoon before the wind got really bad. So it was a preventative measure the company hoped would prevent fallen lines from sparking and causing a wildfire. Xcel says it could become a new normal in wind events, but people say if that's the case, there needs to be changes. They tell us they're upset about the lack of communication, the fact that Xcel didn't provide a map of the planned shutoffs or estimates on when power would be back on.
2 to 3 hours notice that they were cutting our power and it was going to be off for 21 hours, I think.
I believe we made absolutely the right decision. We have damage on our electric lines that is due to wind. If those lines were energized, that was a risk of a wildfire.
Xcel tells us that they expect power to be restored to about 80 to 90% of customers by tonight. Governor Jared Polis says he's aware that people are frustrated, but to be patient with line workers as they try to get the power back on as well. Crews are clearing up after a fire outside of Bobcat of the Rockies on Pony Express Drive in Parker. The South Metro Fire Department says tires and pallets caught fire outside the building. No one was hurt and the building was not damaged. It's not clear yet how the fire started. Today, the man charged in the death of a 14-year-old who died of fentanyl poisoning is set to be sentenced. Back in February, a jury found Cesar Eduardo Mejia Sanabria guilty on charges of fentanyl possession and conspiracy to sell or distribute the drug. They found him not guilty on charges directly related to the Aurora teenager's overdose. Aurora police say they determined Mejia Sanabria was a dealer in the case based on the text messages. His sentencing is set for 3 this afternoon in Arapahoe County. He faces up to 16 years in the Department of Corrections. Today, the jury selection begins for one of the former Clear County deputies charged in the death of Christian Glass. Andrew Buin faces second-degree murder charges for shooting Glass during that call. Glass called 911 for help during a mental health crisis. Buin ended up shooting him through the window of his car. The trial is set to last 3 weeks. The jury selection process is expected to be lengthy. Right now, a new bill is making its way through the Colorado Capitol aimed at helping family-owned liquor stores stay in business. Now, family-owned liquor stores say beer and wine sales in grocery stores are impacting their bottom line. But a new bill could help them by stopping big box grocery stores from selling spirits. So small liquor stores say that they have struggled now that wine and beer can be sold more widely. They hope that this new bill could help keep hard liquor only on their shelves.
Does is it throws a lifeline to these grocery family-owned liquor stores. We just want to compete on a level playing field where we have the same opportunity to compete that Walmart or Amazon does.
Colorado Independent Liquor Stores United says more than 100 independent liquor stores closed in the past year. The bill passed its first committee test. Now it heads to the House Finance Committee next.